Wrong thing. Alright, let's paste that and pop. Okay. Alright, now all we need to do is check the audio situation. Alright, audio shit as usual. We already know how that goes. I'll buy another mic at some point. It's just whenever I end up feeling like it. Now, if only my phone will load the chat. There we go. Okay. Everything's cool. Everything's good. You might be hearing my fan for a couple minutes, just because I'm trying to get it cooled down in here before I turn it down, for the sake of everyone not hearing the whir of my fan. Let's continue. Last time the stream ended abruptly, sadly. I don't know exactly when it stopped, but thankfully it was just side quest stuff and not main game stuff. We have a lot to get done in terms of side stuff before the end. So we're not seeing that finale for a good few hours. So you better buckle up and be ready. Because we're doing side quests, and along the way we're gonna be doing these things. The Hand of Mimas. The Hand of Iapetus. Let's see what this one is. Like, before I go on to the next side quest, let me get a gauge of my combat.
You held your own up.
Okay, if I actually, like, look at the game.
There's no need to worry any longer.
Okay, I think I can turn this down now. Now it's getting cold. Okay, alright. Whoa,
Good girl.
there you are.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Alright, I need to head all the way out here. We already did one of these things. We did Shiva's thing. We did see Odin's, but I passed up on it because I don't feel like I'm at a point where I'm good enough with Odin. Whoa, hello. More thralls are appearing along the road. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna guess Akashic soldiers, yeah. No. Just thralls. Also note that I don't know about any bounties that are left in the world, if there are any left. So for all I know, like one of these times I could end up running directly into one with absolutely no clue.
Thanks, girl.
Alright, you head on out of here. Hand of Mimas. Bahamut's a heavy task. Mainly because Bahamuts are more like damage over time type stuff instead of direct attacking, unless you're using Giga Flare. I was not paying attention. Those are bad people. Let me get away from the bad people. I'm not here to fight you right now. Thank you. Okay. So it's so weird that the world changed so much to just Akashic stuff and thralls. I think that's what makes this so much cooler, though. Sorry guys, trying to find shit. You know how it is. Get out of my way, please. Thank you. I'll take all your stuff at least. If I'm gonna go through the trouble of killing all of them. Trial by thunder. Alright, Sid, this one's for you. In this ancient menu. It's a harrowing trial. Alright. Trial of Thunder. Stage 1. What did it give me? I think that second one's Thunderstorm. And Pile Drive. Okay. The base 2, it gives you upgraded versions at that too. Okay. Okay, so I wanna equip based on... Actually, let me check total. Still nothing on Ravage. Okay. Let's get some good stuff going. Ramu. There we go. Thunderstorm cooldown time. Cooldown time is gonna be a must, considering they're the only things that I have. Favor for Thunderstorm. I might want favor for Pile Drive, if anything. If I have one. I don't, of course. I have Will for Fire Drive. Or, Pile Drive. Jeez. Okay then, I guess I'm going with Favor Thunderstorm. Do-do-do. Okay. Thunderbound Antelope. And I'll just... Ow. I don't have Tortle. Ow. I don't have anything. I forgot they don't let you use potions during this. You take the rest. That was clean. Okay. Gotta get back in the game. Okay. That was just a round 1. Stage 1 complete. Alright. Got quite a bit of a bonus. Happy about that. On to the next room. Okay. Who's next? Or what's next? Am I Lightning Rod Pile Drive? Damn it. I was hoping it was Thunderstorm Lightning Rod. Okay. So everything Thunderstorm I can take off. Breath Lightning Rod, and I think I have one for damage. Judgment. Yep.
Nice try.
Okay. Alright. Bop, 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 bop. Still no Torgal. Okay, that'll do. Thunderbound Bavarus.
Nice try. Too slow.
Bop, 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 bop. Dodge. Yep, 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 yep.
Too slow.
Whew. Okay. Stage 2 complete. And if I remember correctly, there's 4 stages to these. At least that's what I remember from Shiva's. For all I know, all of them could be different. Proceed to the next stage. Okay. Lightning Rod and Judgment Bolt. Yeah, okay. That's only one thing I need for Judgment Bolt, really. And that's Breath. I don't have any other Judgment Bolt stuff anyway, do I? No. Okay. Let's do it. Ooh, okay. Oh. Oh, it's the upgraded version. It hits twice? Whew. Okay. Next. I'm just enjoying the music at this point. I think I'll limit break here. Ooh. I'll Judgment Bolt you real quick. Whew. Stage 3 complete. This is why I like Lightning Rod. It does so well. I feel like the next stage is going to be Judgment Bolt and Thunderstorm. Considering Thunderstorm only appeared in the first round. I might lose. Only at 1000 HP. It's probably not good. Ooh! A griffin? Before it was like a lich or something, right? It was a type of thrall, I remember. From Shiva's Thunderstorm Judgment Bolt. It ain't hard when it's so obvious. Alright, where's my Thunderstorm stuff? Breath. And favor. Here we go, final stage. Gotta do it in 3 minutes. Okay, of course I dodged right into it. Oh! Alright, what if I Judgment Bolt immediately? Get it to half stagger so I can Thunderstorm. I pressed R1, but it... That's fine. Okay. Dash. Slap a nice 4 on you. Judgment Bolt. This should at least get it close enough to staggering. Oh. I think that's all. Yep, that's it. Trial Proctor Slain. I like these. I like these. These are a very good addition to the game. Favor of Lightning Judgment Bolt. That's right. They give you the favor of whatever their ultimate is. Or at least the best thing for them. Because we got the Will of Ice for Shiva. For Shiva's Diamond Dust. That was a really good one. Trial by Thunder complete. The Hand of Iapetus. Alright. that one under our belt, let's head over to Tabor. Hello,
Here,
my good merchant.
take a look at my wares.
Wheel of Darkness Gungnir, which of course costs 50,000. Woo.
Come again.
Okay. What I think I said in the last stream, I'll just get like all the side quests and everything I possibly can done, and then I'll start spending money.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment, avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash, a continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
Fully cognizant of the risks, combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
Go to Third Chair's aid. Yeah.
It would not.
It pays
But Ash is
very
a big
little,
place.
but
Can you
we'll
be
do
any
it.
more specific?
Perhaps.
We have to.
The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I
Is
expect it
that
did so
through
there.
the gate that
Right.
Clive was like, I'm not gonna
I'll see
do
what I
that?
can do.
Is
You
that
are
that
much
gate?
too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Do the Undying 2. Alright, let's do this. Right back to Ash. To Isla. It is. It is. About time. Like, that's been bothering me a good while now. You have potions for me, right? Yeah. Give me a high potion, though. I needed a small one. I need a couple small ones, really. 3 more. Two potions. Would you look at that? Kind of impressed that Ambrosia made her way to Ash. Monsters in Ash are likely not going to be very different whatsoever. Mainly because, we were just here. And we could only go to, Waloed after the whole end of the world BS. Oh, stop slipping.
This must be Mickleburg. Thanks, Gal.
Who am I gonna set for this? It's the people who serve the Phoenix. I gotta go with Phoenix. Odin probably, since this is his domain. And you know what? I'll go Garuda. Nice Rising Flames Heatwave combo. We'll go Flames of Rebirth, because we have not messed with that in a long time. And now we'll slap back on, like, our weird stuff. Ability points. Where's the thing for money? Yeah, it's Kate Sith. And Fire, Scarlet Cyclone, Heat Wave, Rising Flames, Ignition. Sure. Sure. Not the best setup ever, but why not? Mickelberg. Hello, cult.
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least.
And we could have figured this out if Clive didn't just say, no, I don't need to go in here.
What is going on here?
The guy on the right is... yeah, okay.
Did you too heed the call?
Heed the call?
Never mind.
No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed.
Oh
This
boy.
village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves.
Are they sacrificing the guy?
Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him. They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair is still alive. Let's go and find him.
He's not alive, is he? I'm gonna find him, like, laying that house dead. I don't know why I instinctively checked a well. That's probably, Zelda mindset kicking in. I didn't expect them to add, like, well caves. But, you know, it happened. And honestly, I'm fine with that, because more exploration than that game. Oh, you're alive. Okay. Oh, geez. Chronicles of Merkvar, being a collection of tales as recounted to his most exalted majesty, Lord Bjornhard of the Veldermark. As you are no doubt aware, Lord Bernhard, there was once a race of men who commanded the most forbidden of forbidden magics. But did you ever hear tell of the executors? Blech. Those charged with driving out these heretics. The order had its origins in the crystalline dominion, by whose ruler's decree it was tasked with the protection of mankind, and set forth to extinguish the forbidden magic wherever rumors of its use might arise. Having in due course succeeded in their mission, and driven the utterers of the unutterable from the land, these secretive souls withdrew from the stage of history, never to be heard from again. Weird. hooded man.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter.
Oh boy, he was
I've
converted.
seen them at their prayers. Have you not?
Or am I getting this
Devote
wrong?
themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... it is different.
Interesting.
It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great...
What?
Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
So he just wanted to help those people see it through to the end. Interesting. That is like a rock and a hard place type of thing.
Beneath the flood. Oh no.
Convenient
Must be
timing.
something I can do.
Because it's like... Oh.
Echoes as well. Found her.
You want to respect
Come on.
like
Over here.
everything they believe and everything. Ah, that is such a tough thing. To deal with. But it's like when their belief is just straight up like the death of them and them asking themselves to suffer.
What now?
So their altar was an elevator. Great. A biggin. Yep. Oh, wait a second. That took a second to click.
We meet again.
An ignited one.
I've
Titus.
killed your kind before.
Oh! Oh shit. Oh. 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 Ow. Come on down. Bop, bop. Hit him with a nice fully charged Santetsuken, which did absolutely nothing. Oh. Why am I still there?
Oh, good. To me, boy. Did that.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't mean to strength tonic, I just kind of fat fingered right there. Oh shit. Flames of Rebirth. Oh. Bop. Ow, okay. Good. Bop. Okay. I actually started focusing a little harder at the last second, because... Oh no, he started beating my ass after a bit. Fallen Iron... Yeah, that's right. Those things do drop that. For some reason, I thought that was an exclusive item.
Damn it.
What? To just a random little one, too.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord.
They're
Just as I
turning.
did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
And they just walk out? They don't even bother attacking Clive or anything? They just leave? That was sad. Why? Did Clive let them all live?
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
Beliefs can be a scary thing.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord.
Oh.
He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickleburg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
It's a weird way to go by for their religion to Ultima.
Defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
Yeah.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's
So they
faith.
just completely agree with Ultima, which is the sad thing.
Judge one's decision to be.
That to
Only that
want
to the teachings
on
of
your
our
own
order.
is
We
like
believe in them,
sin to
we
them,
protect them. And yes,
which is interesting.
we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty.
Oh.
They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Wow, okay. That's a rough one. Clayhearth Signboard. The emblem of the Undying's headquarters in Tabor. The village is home to the finest leatherworkers and lapidaries in Dalmacia, who are little aware that their affable new neighbors are members of a secret society sworn to serve the Phoenix. That was a lot of S's. And they opened up my mind. collect 6 signboards. Was the achievement I got. Back to the hideaway. I believe I have one more in Clive's quarters. Got some missives too. Let's check this. Whoops. Arcade mode. That is Drake's Spine, yep. Reverie. Drake's Spine, yep. Yep. And Drake's Spine. Whew. Oh jeez. A fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there is still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. He'd step in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you, but that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of Koopa nuts. You'd do good to remember that, Karen. A new day. I'm not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime. It takes effort, persistence, and more often than not, a stiff brush and bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace or to waste it. A wise man once said, "The night is always darkest before dawn." It is a good thing then I count one who burns so bright amongst my friends. Lubor. That which conquers all. Here, not long removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try to find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, akashic, bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret. We will not falter. We will fight, and we will win. Isabel. A note of thanks. My Lord Marquess, I write to thank you for the kind consideration you have shown for those whose names are written within the pages of the Book of Martyrs. I know that it would move them deeply to know that the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing. Though each and every member of our order stands ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix, I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone. That they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Frostfield, such as yourself, shall truly go some way to soothing their sorrows. May the Phoenix's flame burn ever in your heart, Cyril, bearer of the burning quill. And now, the side quest. In search of a lost tome. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it was a chance encounter with one such tome, from a distance, that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Vivian. Okay.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
An inconvenient truth. That was the whole thing at the beginning of the game. When Sid told us about the mother crystals being the big bad of the world, he even brought up how the truth would be inconvenient for people, so those who may have realized it already just wouldn't bring it up for that reason. Let's check out our signs and stuff. Vale. The emblem of the Vale, Northreach's far-famed house of ill repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap against the opposing sides of the Great Wall. However, the Vale's proprietor, Isabel, knows it best as a safe haven in a storm. The town that took her in and took in her and the man she loved when the rest of the world shunned them. Briar's Kiss signboard. The emblem of the Briar's Kiss, the finest forge in Dalamil, run by its puckish and precocious young forge master Lubor. He inherited the Undying, or a secret society sworn to serve House Rossfield, and more particularly the dominance of the Phoenix that are born into the Rossfield line. Such as their acolytes' faith in the Phoenix, they will gladly surrender their lives if it should be for the benefit of their master. Charred Sparring Sword. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by Torgal in the aftermath of the Ironblood invasion and hidden at Clive's original hideaway, the Rookery. It is a reminder of who Clive once was and who he has become, as well as of the unbreakable bond between lifelong friends. That's cute. Alright, Vivian. Let's see what you got. First of all, Desiree?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
The Roaring Hearth. Alright, Continental Acclaim. If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who would see you flourish, herself being one such woman, Gareth. Which gives me Genji gloves.
Here you are. All done?
Genji gloves? Excuse me? Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. Just in general? Okay. Cool. Hello, Vivian.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Okay. To Harpocrates, then. And then I think after her quest, I think I'll, do, the side characters. I think I'll do the side characters and everything. Like, the people who aren't, involved in the main story, but are still important in the hideaway, you know? Harpocrates.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips.
Huh.
You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
We just read about that.
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies.
I really did it in a good order, huh?
Being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known.
That's why it's banned. Okay.
So rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
And my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting?
I'm guessing they do it to keep the flow of the world.
Not from thin air, no. From ash.
Yep, I knew it was in ash because that's where I found that
Rumors
book.
of the executors are rife.
It's really cool how that's set up. You can find that before doing this. And get a little hint of their existence before the side quest even starts.
In the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Okay. So make for Garnick. Got another song in the orchestrion. Thousand tables. Hey, Gav.
You alright?
What about Origin?
That.
If there's anything I can do to help you kill this Ultima Blook, you just say the word, eh? You could promise to take Sid's name off my hands.
Oi!
Don't even joke about that. Anyway, I thought you said you hadn't finished with it yet. I did, didn't I? Now, if you wanted to give me an even grander title, something to rival your Sid the Outlaw, that'd be a different story.
Let's see.
Gav the Magnificent, Gav the Almighty, Gav the Lionheart, something along those lines. I'll leave that to you to decide. I'm sure you're more than capable of choosing the perfect moniker for Sid's right-hand man. Right-hand man, eh? I'll take it.
You off then?
Let's see if we have extra dialogue with Karen, not that we did another.
Still alive, are ya?
Okay, nah, but here to say your goodbyes,
Ta-ra,
are ya?
then.
For now, you better come back or I'll fly up there and drag you home by your ear.
Thank you, Karen.
Didn't think you'd find the thought appealing. Look, just don't die, alright? A change in leadership's bad for business. You're off to kill a god. So what? You've done everything else you've put your mind to, haven't you?
Do this too. Go on, then. Do us proud.
Oh. She's even scared. I'll do this one, and then after this one I'll check the bounty board. That's what I forgot to do. I know I made it sound like I was probably about to end off the stream, but no, I'm gonna try and go as long as I possibly can tonight to get as many side quests out of the way.
Don't get surrounded.
Gonna do as many things I possibly can, and then if we have to end off so soon, then
you deserve a rest.
Then we'll have to separate to another stream for like a trophy hunting stream.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Because I'd rather not leap to trophies to New Game Plus. I like having 100% pure file, you know? That's just a me thing. Like, I love my playthroughs coming natural. That's why I don't feel bad if, like, I miss anything, even if it does come down to a trophy. But usually when I get to the end of something, I like getting as many trophies as I can, at the very least. And something tells me in this scenario it's gonna be like, in this scenario it's more so just gonna be 100%ing the game in general. At least that's what I believe most of the side quests are. Royal Intelligencer Training Report. In the wake of the tragic fire at Caer Norvent in 873V, and the subsequent depletion of our most highly practiced intelligencers, all mainland strongholds were instructed to redouble training in clandestine maneuvers, improvised weaponry and assassination techniques, and dispatch promising volunteers to Stonehere for inspection. This report details progress made by the stronghold at Garnick in reinvigorating Walud's ranks of esteemed intelligencers. Interesting. So they had to up the ante because Benedicta died and everything.
Logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks?
A complete botany of Banes. The Hyperfotida, or Tail of Wyvern. White flower and black fruit, the latter of which gives it an inky gall. When cut or crushed, tribes in their sword, poisons?
His interests were certainly varied.
Oh wait, this is the one. I didn't want to get the actual thing yet. From a Distance, Chapter 16, of course. The Fall of the Bearers. The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those with the gift came to be commonly known as is most likely a contraction of Bearer of the Heavenly Blessing, the wording used by the tribunes of the time. Those born with the blessing were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen ones. Over the years, this reverence for their kind would become a full-fledged religion led by the bearers themselves. A development that would prove fateful. The diverse nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church, while the authorities had for years welcomed bearers into positions of power in their own structures of state. They were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meeting by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist this persecution, and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with the blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over to an all-out war that consumed the greater parts of the twins for nigh a generation, and decimated the population of men and bearers both. The deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Valastian people. After the bearers' last resistance was crushed, the nations of Valastia came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. Its well-known phrase, "bearers are other than human," has its roots in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed's only excuse for their calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
The folklorist's fabulary, the Moogle. No spirit or sprite appears more often in Valastian folk tales than the humble Moogle. Though they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps, most stories depict them as clumsy yet congenial spirits who delight in helping mankind with their daily labor. Their sweetmeats uncovered overnight, lest not remain but crumbs come morning. In appearance they are described as being covered head to toe in soft white fur, excepting the small dark wings by which they are somehow able to take flight, and the brightly colored pom-poms that protrude from the tops of their heads. And yet there is one detail regarding the Moogle that most find more remarkable than even the orb that tops its brow: the fact that the creatures actually exist. Preposterous, I hear you cry. Everyone knows that Moogles are the stuff of legend. I quite agree, but every legend has its basis in truth, and in the case of the Moogle, the fact may be not so dissimilar to the fiction. Ancient bestiaries list the white mole whose feet do not touch the ground among the beasts of the realm, and the illustration beside the name? Why, it is none other than the Moogle. Of course, it is true that the creatures are not known to still survive in the twins in the modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carried them to other climes. Perhaps they were hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they still live among us, hidden away far from human view. Wow. Oh, I sure wonder what's gonna happen. Alright, so these guys are gonna jump me, huh? Whatever they were called.
Leaving so soon, stranger.
Yep, here we go.
We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book.
I didn't change
Leave
my
it in our
loadout.
care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it, or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
What are y'all gonna do? Ooh, I'm so scared of 4 guys.
Let's see, shall we?
You do know I'm about to fight a god, right? What the fuck? Oh, owie. You get down here. Ba-da-ba. Just gotta absolutely destroy some guy real quick, you know. Ugh, that was gurgly. Did I slit his throat with that or something? I guess it is Odin. I probably slashed quite a few things in his body. Just as Barnabas did to me that one time. Honestly, it's amazing that Clive ever recovered from that.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Shall we? We're about to hit the end of the game.
Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
To be fair, PlayStation said that I'm only like 87% of the way through. So maybe there's quite a bit more, like, after Origin. But, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, like, post-Origin. I don't know if there's, like, an extra area or something. Or extra section between. Like, maybe we'll go to Origin, and then something will happen, and we get kicked out, and then we go right back into Origin.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
From a distance.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I fear the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Hell yeah. An inconvenient truth. Scholar's bonnet. Vivian Ninetails' scholarly headwear. Awarded to her upon the completion of her studies at the University of Canver. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do, Vivian Ninetails. Okay, sorry about that. Checked my phone for a minute. Otto, what do you have to say about the hideaway?
Might be time to take a step back. If it weren't for Sid.
Yeah, I was supposed to be a long time ago. Trust you to go and pick a fight with a bleeding god. I didn't sign up for all this excitement, you know.
No.
Sid did say the higher-ups wouldn't be too happy about us trying to change the world. You got me there. And it ain't as if I have anything better to do, so no more lip out of me. But it's that lip that keeps us on our toes, Otto.
Is that right?
Well, I better start looking for something else to moan about then, hadn't I?
I know you'll do right by us, Clive.
Hey, Nectar. What's up? Okay. How many do we have? We have 3. I think I can do one now. A. They're all A's though. None of them are S's at the very end. The Wailing Banshee, the Grim Reaper, Knight of the Splendid Heart. Oh boy. We'll go find the Wailing Banshee. It's in Garnick. So it's possible I could have accidentally come across this thing, like just moments ago. That's crazy. Cursebreakers came across this creature while searching for survivors near the abandoned village of Garnick. Misled by the abomination's appearance into thinking she might be a local woman, they went to offer their help. But soon it was they who were seeking salvation. The survivors say they can still hear the screams, both of those, the white... what? And those of their fallen comrades. Weird. Garnick Walud. Let's get there now. Oh wait, were there no... Or, wait, I'm looking in the wrong place. There's Garnick. I'm just a little silly.
Come on. Faster!
What am I gonna take into this though? Like, can't go wrong with Phoenix. Phoenix is just the all-around good choice. Kinda don't want to take Odin. Let's go with a classic Phoenix Garuda Titan, I guess.
Thanks, girl.
We'll keep the Genji gloves on, cause why the hell not? Judgment Bolt, Heaven's Cloud, Dancing Steel. Alright, let me remember who I'm actually wearing. Okay, do I want Flames of Rebirth? Do I want Earth and Fury? I want Earth and Fury. Heatwave and Rising Flames sound good. Okay. Breath of Earth, Earth and Fury. Probably damage for Wicked Wheel, I think. And that's Breath. 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 Favor, Wicked Wheel. There we go. We'll see what this does for us. Ah, Gizama, look. Ooh. Okay.
Harmon's madness lives on.
But they're not supposed to live without the icon. Was she that upset that she... Was her anger like to the point where she defied the laws of nature? I don't know. Okay, sorry, I forgot like all my buttons at once. Ow. Ow. Shit. What? Stop, stop, stop. Okay. Oh, ow. Nope, 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 nope. Stop, stop. And bonk. That's fine. Was this Benedictus' home? I wonder if that's what it's implying. Oh, just in time. Aw, that still reached. Oh, let me. I need to play a little better. Okay. There's a point where you fuck around too much. I think I get too cocky. I get to a point where I see them, like, ready to be one-shot, and then I just don't go for it, because I want to do something silly. And that's the last we'll ever see of Benedicta. Okay. Bop. So we didn't get anything too special out of it, but we did manage to get rid of it. At the very least. One less threat in the world, I guess. Our new missive is in Clive's chambers. Where did Jill go? She's still standing out on the balcony? Yeah. There's more side quests in here now. Side quests are slowly getting added as we're doing side quests now. Whole again. Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again. That those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge, and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Vivian. Making amends. Master Clive, I am aware that there are matters of much greater import, which demand your attention. But should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves, that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion. Harpocrates, a tale to tell.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Yeah, this is a little different. A tale to tell. It's about Dion? And why is it only after I completed a set amount of side quests? Or maybe only after a specific one? It's gonna be about those guys, I feel like. The executors.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor.
What?
This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway.
I don't know, I just feel like...
I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace.
I feel like the executors could come in at any moment now.
All to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. His studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Interesting. It's very interesting that it's a Harpocrates and Dion duo quest of all, like, possible duos in this entire game. Those two? Like, that's not something I expected. Alright. Let's go, Torgal. Let's make our way for A wild wyvern tail at Rickmal's Roost. Still don't understand why I can't ride Ambrosia in run-down towns that have no people living in them. But, you know. The Angry Gap.
Ready, go?
Don't mind the jumps. Free potions. Love that.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
I forgot about this thing's fossil. That's still so cool. That is still so cool.
Straight home now.
You're gonna be in the way. Okay, now that you're out of my way. Wild wyvern tail.
Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Okay, usually when he says something like, alright, I need to pick a bunch, usually he actually makes me pick, like, 3. But no, I guess he finally did it himself this time. Sucks that it took the entire game for him to actually do shit for himself, but... Who's gonna be the first main character we go for our side quests? I think I'll end up going for Byron first.
Oarsman,
when it comes
I
to
found the flowers you were looking for.
Main characters.
I think I did.
Wild wyvern tail.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
He's still not ready for it. Hey Dion, I think you had a side quest too, I can't remember. But if you did, stop having one, because I need to talk to you.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Hippocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
I feel really bad for Dion. Especially since that shit has to weigh on his mind for the rest of his life.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Go ahead, man.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my study like the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Does that imply that Harpocrates is the reason why Dion turned out the way he did, instead of like his father ended up?
Is that a wyvern tail?
Because he got more of an outsider's view.
Color is unfamiliar to me.
From the Empire.
Because
of
it is unique
Harpocrates.
to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
What did he give me?
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill.
Oh.
'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
My wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Got plug in my phone. Oh, such a good one. A tale to tell. And I probably got two things, right? Bahamut's Mercy? Oh boy. A gift from the very first emperor of Sembric to his infant son. This ring has graced the hand of every dominant of Bahamut since... Bahamut since. The ether it absorbed from the icon over the years, aiding the next Imperial Scion in drawing out the full potential of their bloodline. But now the Empire lies in ruin, and that bloodline is broken, so let it be with Bahamut, as was always intended. Reduces Gigaflare cooldown time by 6 seconds. Huh. So it's not a breath of light thing? That's kinda cool. Stolas Quill. Loresman Harpocrates' best loved writing implement, whose nib has scribed many a learned... These side quests are good. Like, why couldn't we get them of this quality at the, like, early game, though? I think that's what hurts me the most about all this, is that we're getting, like, such amazing quality side quests. Just for the end. Or, like, in the beginning we get side quests that are like, go here, collect these 3 things, or talk to these 3 people, or kill these 3 things. Which, you know, is fine and all for like the very beginning of the game. And then you do stuff that seems like it's important to the characters, and then it's just the same things again, but, you know, a different thing to collect. Just to give you the excuse to go to a different area, or something, you know? Like, all of them were so samey in the beginning, and then it feels like only once the game kicks into, like, the last 30% of the game, I feel like, that's when the side quests actually feel like they have more meaning. Yeah, like, they actually feel like there's a reason to do all the side quests and stuff. And honestly, that's what's saddening about it. Because it's like, you know, kind of want a little more than, you know, collect these 3 things for me at the beginning of the game. Because then at the beginning of the game, you're already tired of side quests. And I've seen it happen with my friend already, where he does not feel like dealing with the side quests now in the game, because they've left the imprint on him that they're all just gonna be the same thing. Which is fair, because they really have been.
What do you think
something happened to Miss Midadol. I heard she was kicked out of the university.
And also, I'm just running to the furthest person so we can get, like, the furthest distance person out of the way.
Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
Yes, you may have a moment.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
No or no? No, I'll go instead.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
The de Grace. Hidden in a forest.
I already know.
Overlooking the
because
plains.
I was there.
Right.
When I first went to Waloed.
May the mothers guide you.
Litany of Errors.
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
Hello, suspicious guy. Any words before the end?
So there's one moment you think you've freed the realm from her fate. The next, a darker one rears up to replace it. What awaits us when we finally attain release? True freedom? Or something else entirely?
Well, let's not keep it there to find out what it has in store. Let's head to Vita Grace. Love how all of the quests are sending me to Waloed, since Waloed was like a last second location.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
I should probably change my shit. I want to play around with everything before the end of everything. Sure, Bahamut. And with Bahamut, we'll give Giga Flare, so we can try out Bahamut's Mercy. And what do we have on everybody? Go Thunderstorm. Everybody had their ults on. We'll just go nice Ice Age and Mesmerize with you. Lightning Rod, Thunderstorm. Yep. Not gonna think too hard on this. Just gonna favor Ice Age. Is that what I have? Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
All right.
Normal ass hyenas. Okay. Boing. How did I get up there? Yeah, you had to go all the way over here.
I can walk from here.
Apparently, I can
This
just
must be the
walk from
orphanage.
here.
Hopefully the registry is still here.
It's abandoned. Why can't I ride a chocobo? Okay, let's go in. It's probably gonna be a Kashik inside. Nope. Potion, 20 sharp fangs. Conditioning schedule. Today's exercises will consist of the press yard, 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate. The furnace, burn intensity to be gradually increased. Live combat, 1 to 3 hellhounds depending on performance.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
They were just trying to turn them into warriors or some shit. What? Ugh. Badback Conservatory, Writ of Incorporation. The Kingdom of Walud hereby incorporates this institution wherein juvenile bearers are to be granted the opportunity to give themselves in service to the state as soldiers. Trainees succumbing to the crystal's curse or otherwise perishing are to be disposed of with all haste. The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Bearer disposal within its bounds is punishable by death.
Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
I've recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. Oh. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it. It was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood, and now I see her everywhere. Today one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile, the smile she inherited from her mother, the mother I killed for giving birth to a bearer. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wife's, all of them, all those children, so many have died at my hand. I can bear the guilt no longer. And so I have decided tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb, and inter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree, whose crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication, and beside me my shame, my curse, the record of all their names, of those I have wronged.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
Oh my god. That went way deeper than I expected it to go. This one? Nope. I just stole some random dead person's potion. Not like it was gonna work on them.
This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see.
Don't dig too far, you might find the corpse.
This must be the registry.
Badback Conservatory, Registry of Bearer Losses. 846. Hans. 10 years old, lithification. Alfred, 9 years old, succumbed to conditioning. Franz, 12 years old, lithification. Paulina, 10 years old, emaciation. Day 17. Bruno, 11 years old, disciplined for attempted flight. Johanna, 12 years old, disciplined for attempted flight. Reinhard, 9 years old, succumbed to conditioning. Marta, 10 years old, succumbed to conditioning. Lothar, 12 years old, lithification. Dietrich, 11 years old, emaciation. 846. No. Blank, blank, and blank.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. And where is the architect of all this misery?
He was still alive.
It was only a matter of time, I suppose.
So he never died.
This place is cursed.
Ow. Ah. You really messed up, bro. Oh, you kept going with that. Okay. Ow, wait.
Let's try.
There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought I was on him. Oh, I forgot there was the second one for that. Stop stepping on the tombstones. It's disrespectful. To be fair, it's disrespectful to be even fighting over people's graves, but, you know, like, things tend to happen, I guess. Guess you can't really complain when it comes to self-defense.
Farewell.
Although I don't think you should be, blasting a giant laser beam through a cemetery. Bearer registry.
Here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
We're not gonna think about finding the guy alive, but Akashic. Oh shoot. Is this the Odin one? I think so, yeah. It is. We'll come back for it. Back to the hideaway. Is there one in Rosalith? or not Rosalith exactly, but in the Rosaria region. Because, like, if there is, then, that's probably gonna be Phoenix. Which I'm kind of excited for, because I've said multiple times already, the Phoenix is probably my favorite icon to use. Yep, because you decided to be the one person who strays away from the rest. Hello, Herman.
I hear that you traveled to Ash. Sid, did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
Bearer Registry.
If I may? The Bearer Registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning. Never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive? When so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity.
Even they even gave a really good side quest story to, like, to some guy we haven't even talked to before. That's how good they're trying to go at it with Breath of Ice, Mesmerize. Next, I already know is over here. You're the next furthest.
What do you think happened to Miss Midadol?
Something happened with Mid? Oh, well, I guess this isn't a side character, side quest
you
anymore.
have to help us.
Since it's about Mid.
What? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
Well, yeah.
Miss Midadol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's, not long ago. Ah, right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Midadol's inventions. Oh, don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Midadol back together? She seems really sad.
I'm a little worried about Mid myself.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Aiming high. Here. Give me buttermome. Yeah. Alright.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Mid. Oh, yep, still looking at the Enterprise, so I'm assuming Clive was right on the money. Right on the money.
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies?
She's trying to make
trying
it
to
fly.
give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Okay. Where are you at? You're in the mess. Okay. Sometimes it gets a little confusing, gauging like where these locations are. Actually, while we're headed over here, did I speak to Taria about Origin?
And no sooner have your wounds mended.
Then you find an excuse to go charging once more onto the breach, but only because my wounds are mended, thanks to the expert ministrations of the best healer on this side of the belt. Save your honeyed tongue for Jill. You're talking about killing a god, Clive.
One I may not have Gav's nose.
I know danger when I smell it, and this plan reeks to high heaven. This will be the last time, I promise.
That's what I'm worried about.
You fool. Don't you think I'd rather stitch 1,000 of your cuts than never stitch one again?
I do.
Thank you.
Take care.
Oh. Alright. Hello there, Cursebreaker.
Alright, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm.
Around
Any ideas?
Stuff
Most bones are the same.
for everybody.
Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break.
In a bit.
If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
Of course I do.
And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Bounty board. Or just go. Just go. Obtain oil from Aldil and defeat a desert Tor in Karava. Gotcha. Alright. We'll go to Aldil first. To get that oil. Just to get the slow, boring stuff out of the way. Then we're gonna beat up some monsters. It could be anywhere. Great. Alright. we'll just do a nice jog around the town. Oh. Shipwrights Tower.
After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
The graves. Oh, I don't think I saw that before. Okay, and over here.
This should be enough.
Thank you. Out to Dravoged.
Ready, go? Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide?
I sure wonder where it is. Desert
Looks
tour.
like we found him.
Go ahead. Oh no! I got too cocky. Oh, what? That went a lot slower than I thought it was gonna go. Uh-oh, okay, let's... Okay. I keep expecting that to be faster than it actually is. Screw it. Good. Of course. Okay. Enemy slain. Maybe this will appease Mid Adamantis shell.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
First I want whatever this is. Steel silk. I'm probably gonna end up selling a ton of my craftables. Cause like, I think the Ouroboros gear and Gotterdamerung are the best the things we're gonna get throughout the rest of the game. Like, I don't see there being like anything more special than those. Especially since Blackthorn keeps hyping up Gotterdamerung towards being the best weapon in the game. So I'm going to hope that that'll be true.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
Adamantist shell, shipwright's tallow. Here you go.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me, this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
No, is he gonna bring it up and they'll be like, so you did forget it? And have Clive be like, no, I planned this out the whole time.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Brass cogwheel.
Well, did they have it?
But of course. Here you go.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see.
So by doing this, are we actually going to be changing the flow of the story?
Do it?
Because, like, the whole thing is that we're taking Bahamut there.
Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
Wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly.
Okay.
Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums, and
Wow,
their dads.
that's actually getting very real.
Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I.
People take to air,
Sorry
and
that
then
I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
people take to the skies and make things a lot worse.
Good question.
That's
First
so
time I
real.
stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge.
What?
I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
That's cute.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
I like that. That was very cute. Oh, we got to keep the airship? Model airship. Midst dangerous dream of flight, immortalized in miniature. My dad always said there were two ways of living life, chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. Mid. The airship? Wait! Is FF16 a prequel to FF9? No. No, it is not. No, I just like being weird. Sorry. Sorry. I won't be weird ever again. That was a lie.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
She did, and then she quit it. Nazaire.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that. which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
My time is yours.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Trial and error.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer. Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Good thing I found them immediately.
Is it alright to be nervous?
I don't care either way, so long as you do as I tell you. Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav.
Knew it.
It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine curse breaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen.
Oh boy.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Whoa. I've had pins this whole time. I don't want to talk about it.
Run like the wind.
I just don't want to talk about it. That's just painful.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready.
Unless...
Or maybe not.
I didn't switch icons. Oh well, it's fine. We'll chill with this.
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him...
I saw I saw the color of Bahamut and I thought I had Garuda on for some reason. Just launch it off immediately, why not? Yeah. That's a pretty good combo, huh? Dragon Talon.
Ember, are you...
Yeah, I was gonna say, he left.
Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Oh. Glad the fast travel location was close by. He didn't come back?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Oh, the distraction.
Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do?
Yeah, okay, that's
to bring
fair.
the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, as heir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
Leave him alone. He outplayed you. You're just mad because he's smart. No, honestly, I think it was good.
Got any more of those?
It was resourcefulness. He used his resources to actually do his job. He used what he had at his disposal and got in and got out. And he wasn't even jailed for it. So, I don't know. I call that a win in my book. I call it a win.
You should have... Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope.
Otto's a
Truth
part
be
of this
told,
now.
it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial.
Oh.
But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Does Ember deserve passing marks? The thing is, he locks up when he has to fight, though. But he did the job of a scout. But the thing is, I believe that he could make it. Maybe I'm just too positive with people, but I really believe he has what it takes. He just needs training in battle to get him over his fears. And then he'll be honestly ready. Sure.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless.
I was gonna say,
After
even
all,
then,
he
that's
did do as you asked.
just that.
With a bit of hard work,
He's
any
still
hand can be
new.
made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Gav does deserve a day off, let's be
Forgive me,
honest.
Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Speaking of Gav,
Things really do
I
these days.
really
That's
like
why
how
we need
they
men like Ember more than ever.
played him out in the
Men who
game.
can make the best out of a
I'll
bad
speak
situation.
more on that later.
Remember that.
I
should-
will, Sid.
Maybe I'll go over all the characters after we're done with the game. Because there are quite a few things I'd like to say about all of them. And, you know, if I went on talking now, we'd be going a while. Pile drive cooldown time. Ooh, 4.2 seconds. That's honestly pretty big for a standard ability. A new quest is available nearby. We're only gaining more and more. Hello, Doris.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her.
Oh,
She found some way
great.
to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Of course.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Then we go together.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
We especially
He
look for
was.
Chadwick.
Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit walls. Just
She's
beyond the
unsure if
portcullis.
he's alive or not.
We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
Nobody's tool. Let's get going. Ravenwit walls. Ah. This area. Okay, so we're going to the place that, honestly, I thought was going to be for...
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
I thought this place was gonna be for, like, the final bounty or something, because it looked like a coliseum.
Time to fight.
Didn't mean to do that, but... Oh. Just beat him up, Torgal. It's all yours. I like bullying things with Torgal. It's very funny to me. Don't know why, it just is. Let me actually change my icons while I remember. We'll go... Odin... Garuda... and Ramu. Yeah. We'll just go... ye old trio of Waloed. That's insane, 3 icons were straight up from Waloed. Let's see. So... yeah. So... Western regions. So Rosaria, the north to Rosaria. Waloed, Waloed, Waloed. And then, yeah. That's crazy. Waloed had so much power then. And then when Cid split off, everything kinda got messed up for them. We'll just go something basic. I'm not gonna run anything like big here or something. Actually, let's go Caval's Fang. Let's do stuff for Torgal. Cause why not? Little buddy needs something to his name. Oh, of course you guys are gonna be blocking the way. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Nope. My bad. Goodbye. Nope. Never mind. I'm not playing my best today. But definitely playing. That's for sure.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life.
Get them out of the way real quick. Balmung Dark, Writ of Designation. The Kingdom of Waloed hereby designates this facility a prison for the detainment of bearers both foreign and domestic. The purpose of this facility is to rear and train a Kuza beast for deployment in the field. The aforementioned purpose is a matter of strictest secrecy, and any mention thereof is to be punishable by death. Captive bearers have been provided solely for the pursual of the aforementioned purpose. Express permission is required for use of bearers in any other capacity.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Ooh. Find and rescue captive bearers, 1 of 3. No, I did not. Did they just rip, like, the voices of, like, the zombies in, Call of Duty? And you two are dead. Whoa, you got out of it. We'll check this. Recommendation concerning Kuza beast deployment. The Kuza has long been recognized as an especially aggressive species. This being the case, it was hoped that successful deployment on the battlefield might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. In exercises conducted thus far, however, the beast has proven incapable of distinguishing between allied and enemy combatants. As such, deployment alongside regular troops is not recommended. It is proposed instead that bearer captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus and the beast then driven into the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with minimal loss of Walooder lives.
Minimal loss of Walooder lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
That's really saying something. Memorandum on Kuza beasts feeding. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza entrusted to our care. Fortunately, the creature was observed to kill and consume the bearers assigned to fight beside it in a mock battle conducted as part of its training. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding in this way, suggesting that live bearers may even be its preferred source of sustenance. While this behavior is unexpected, it is not unwelcome. Bearers no longer of use for training purposes can now be repurposed as required.
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
That's...
nothing but a Kashyyyk down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Hate hearing about all this. Oh shit. Hey guys. That guy's gonna run free. But that's fine. Okay, cool. Good enough. You okay?
No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Gowler's Key. That's my way back down, but what's over here? Hello. Had that burning blade ready just in case. Oh. Ooh. Empty shard and 30 chunks of weirite. Release the lock.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Alright. Oh shit, it wants me to go in there, doesn't it? An amber? No, it wants me to go through here. I guess I go in there later.
And she sounds close.
Hold on, child. I require items first. Okay, that item does not help me in the current situation we are in.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Jadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Oh shit.
Was
that? There we go.
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
It's out there waiting for
Yep,
me.
it would be a
I can't
behemoth.
let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Okay. Kuza Beast, rank A. What? It's a bounty? Oh. Let's bring you down a peg. Come on. Comet.
Let's try.
Ooh. Whoa. Don't know what happened there, but I was safe, it looks like.
Nice try.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is gonna feel good. You're done. Yeah. That one really felt good. Behemoth Shackle. Okay. That's enough of you.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Damn. did feel good to bring down a bearer-eating beast. One that also happened to be a notorious mark.
From what
So
I hear,
that's
you've
very
barely left the
appealing.
girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
I love that the side characters are getting, like, a lot of attention. Level up. 48. Breath of Darkness, Gungnir. Can I meet this child?
There's so much food in the hideaway. Sometimes, in my cell, my tummy rumbled so loud that Chadwick would sneak me some gruel from his bowl. I miss him. He would have liked this place.
Oh. A new bounty? I wonder. Let's check them out. Oh, and it brought about a new one too. Kuza Beast, a monster born in the Balmung Dark, and quite possibly the deadliest beast known to man. If it's just A rank, and other things are S rank, then I don't think it was the deadliest. Cid, we beg you to slay it. Not only that the world might be a safer place, but that the bearers who lost their lives to that vile creature might at last be avenged. Forgive our presumption, but knowing what we do of it, we doubt that any but you could emerge from its cage alive. Already done. The Masterless Marauder. Ooh, that's an S rank. And we still have 2 A ranks left to do. Let's check out who has quests. We'll see if it's side characters or only main characters, because there's Joshua with one, here's Gav with one, and here's Byron with one. Okay. Hello, Blackthorn.
Why do I owe the honor? Not saying Fordian, do you?
We're still missing a singular dark steel.
And?
What am I looking for dark steel? Thanatos or the Prince of Death. So there's still one we have not seen yet. We're still looking for the Prince of Death. And I feel like that's one that comes with a side quest, because I don't remember reading that off of the board. But I can double check anyway. Hello, Nectar. Do we have a Prince of Death on the board? The Grim Reaper. That sounds like a Prince of Death. Right? There is a saying among the Imperial soldiers of the Northreach garrison, steer clear of the drowned tower, lest the spectre's sickle reap your root. They speak in typically uncouth terms of the thrall that dwells within the ether flood, one whose frightful aspect and command over lesser minions would appear to mark him as a high-ranking member of his species. Cape Orsier Sambrek. Alright. Let's go find just that. I think I'll go Garuda Bahamut for this. Satellite Gigaflare. Feel like this might be the best. If anything, Ignition. Gigaflare Satellite. Yep. Bahamut's Mercy. Wheel of Light. Satellite. And Breath, Heat Wave, I guess. Sure, good enough.
Twin sides.
I already forgot where it said. I was too busy looking at my stuff. Okay, you are at Cape Orsier Sambrek. Cape Orsier. Cape Orsier. I'm not finding it. Cape Orsier, Cape Orsier, come on, you can find it. Is it all the way over here? Of course it is. So I could have come across it if it was available at the time, I guess. Because I did go over there. Maybe it detected that I was in the middle of a side quest and it decided against. I don't know where it would be over there. But I guess we're gonna find out.
I haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed...
That's because they've been running away from this damn town. I will. So that was definitely supposed to be Leviathan's crystal, right? Because I feel like Shiva's crystal was actually on the mainland, not like sticking out of the ocean. Like, Shiva's crystal was probably, like, I don't know, on a mountain or something. Oh.
Straight home now.
Oh. You do look pretty different. Are you, like, red and blue? Is that your whole deal? Prince of Death, rank A.
Not another one. Nice try.
Oh shoot. Oh.
Well done, Tom.
Okay, good enough. You ain't going anywhere, buddy. So don't even think about it. Spam triangle. Oh. Soul Harvest? What's that? Is that just Thrash? Okay. It's just a more flashy version of a normal Lich's Thrash ability. Or Thresh. Or whatever it was. I did it in the wrong order, but that's fine. I'll just sit here and blast you point blank in the face. That's fine. Okay. Nope. Basically all misses. Ow. Torgal deserved that one. Dark Steel.
I'm getting tired. of these things.
Understandable, buddy. You've been seeing them since 5 years ago. It's only reasonable. I do like this set though. And now we shall upgrade Arm of Darkness. Like, I like doing things before mastering stuff, cause like, I really don't mind having stuff attuned to the same icons. I don't mind it, cause I can really deal with a lot of these sets that I've been using with it. Like, I haven't been putting gouge on anything, let's be honest. So I could start upgrading the ults, which I would love to do, cause I've learned just how amazing they are through these, challenges. Back to the hideaway. We've got some stuff ahead of us, real quick, before we do anything else.
First the skies.
Hello, Blackthorn. I believe there's something you want to give me. 375 and 375. Sad part is, maybe with enough upgrades the defender could reach that. Unless there's a cap to how many pluses you can get. But, got their Damaru.
No scratches, right?
Half past twilight. Craft the legendary sword, Gato Damarung. There we go.
Anything else?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
You can have
You got out
this
else?
defender +1. And that'll probably be it on crafting. Forever, really.
Is that all?
So if I need to fall back on selling things, I know what to go to. Take a look at our stuff before we depart. Ifrit, you have my sincerest gratitude for reuniting me with Master Hippocrates. That I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret, though in these past few moons I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. We must swiftly cede to the menace that is Ultima, if not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense. Dion. Safe returns. Thank you, Clive, for ever indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I am ashamed that for far too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pall from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies, you might be inclined to set to page that quill I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time with the Holy Prince, myself included, Harpocrates II. You didn't think I was just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know, I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long and somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose in that case I could bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless. Mid. Model airship. Mid's dangerous dream of flight immortalized in miniature. Though the experiment ended in failure, Mid has allowed Clive to keep hold of the model, so that once her renown has grown, he might sell the piece for an exorbitant amount of gil. Stolus Quill. Lordman Harpocrates' best-loved writing implement, whose ink has penned many a learned tome. It is said that the long quills of the Stolus become imbued with the wishes it hears over its long lifetime, the words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So should the day come that Clive puts down his sword and picks up the pen, he shall not find his one and only insurmountable enemy in writer's block. Real, that is so real. Writer's block sucks, dude. Scholar's Bonnet. Vivian Ninetails' academic cap, awarded to her upon her graduation from the University of Canver. Now Vivian shares her learning with Clive, the gift of the bonnet serving as a pledge that so long as they remain together, her knowledge shall be as much his as it is her own. Whew. What's next? What's next is something awaiting us as a gift.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away. I mean, the crystal is...
Welcome
Hello,
to the Patron's
Desiree.
Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
A new dawn. Unsigned. Every epic starts with a single word. Every symphony a single note. This is but the beginning. And forever shall your legend be told. Forever shall your legacy be sung. Unsigned. Turns out to be Moss the Chronicler.
All yours.
Careful whisper. Yep. Obtain all available items from your patrons. To sail Forbidden Sea's orchestrion role in a fallen enigma.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
To sail Forbidden Seas. Oh. Okay, so that's the name of the icon battle theme, or dominant slash icon. Okay, that's cool. As much as I like them, I like having a relaxing song to come back to after every excursion. The Hand of Titan. Yeah, we can do that.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Yeah, it's gonna make me go through here. She got so scared. That was the first time she's ever done that. What was that? Northern Velcroy. That's just all the way on the opposite side.
Alright.
That's what you get for getting in my way. Okay. And over here where the sand clears up. Now the hand of Titan will end up being Garuda. Trial by Earth. Can only do this with a single icon, Titan. Trial by Earth, the hand of Titan. Okay. Raging Fists upheaval. Let's get this started. Favor of Earth, Raging Fists, yes. Breath upheaval. Sounds good to me. And favor upheaval. Good enough, let's do it. Earthbound Hunter. Earthbound?
It's over.
Oh. Of course I messed that up. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, shit. Goodbye. Stage 1 complete. Hell yeah. Onward to stage 2. What will stage 2 have for me? Wind up in the upheaval? Yeah, that's right. Yep. Favor of Earth wind up. I'll run it. Let's go. Guy was trying to counter, but it did not allow me to. Nope. you two out of the way. Ow. Get you guys away from me.
It's over.
Keep it going. Trial by Earth, Stage 3. That looks like, yep, Earth and Fury plus Wind Up. So, Breath, Earth and Fury, and let's see if I have any other Wind Up stuff. Breath, Wind Up. Oh, well. Guess not, never mind. Let's go. Alright. I think they want me to start with this.
Nice try.
Oh shit.
Nice try. Nice more.
Slime. Yep. Earthbound fool. Tornado. There's so much to keep track of. Hold on. Oh. That ought to take care of things. What's next? What could possibly be worse than one of those slime assholes? Okay. Final stage. Here we go. And it's gonna be one of these. Okay. An iron giant. Alright, what is this? Raging Fists. So this is gonna be more counter heavy than anything. How many Raging Fists things do I have though? Favor Raging Fists. Do I have Breath Raging Fists? Does not look like it. I'll do a double check. Favor Upheaval, Breath Upheaval, Favor Wind Up. Not seeing it, so I'm gonna go with Genji gloves. Something random, something simple. Let's do it. Deserved. Trial Proctor slain. Favor of Earth, Earth and Fury. And out we go. Trial by Earth complete. The Hand of Titan. That was really good. That was a really fun one, honestly. Okay, seems like that was the only one in Delmic, was it? Huh. Interesting. That one's Bahamut. That we know. Which one was this one? Which ones did we even do? We did Shiva, we just did Titan. We did Garida? No, we did Ramu. We did Ramu. So we got Ramu, Titan, and Shiva under our belts. I gotta go find Garudas. So, Bahamut. Okay. Hyperion. Don't know what that is yet, so. Although, I heavily believe it's gonna be Phoenix, considering,
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit.
you know. This is kind of Phoenix's domain.
Come on.
Can hardly make out.
Be safe.
Okay. Are you Phoenix? I want to do Garuda. I want to do Garuda next, but I don't know where Garuda's is. Like, I mustn't just not have found one of the stones, because that one's Odin. Like, this area is Odin. Over here has Bahamut and Ramo. So, yeah, I just never found it. Wow. Of all the exploration I did. What? Location. Let's find it. First floor. Interesting. The hand trial by wind. So it's in this area. Then. So we want to go here. I think it said. Whoops. Okay. Let's just try finding our way there. Because this leads to the abandoned fishing village. It's also getting extremely hot in here. So there might be some sounds of fan happening.
Back to the stables go.
Probably wants me to go more so on a path somewhere first. And I just kind of wandered here for no reason. There's probably a path outward from the fishing village. Oh, I was supposed to pass it. Whoops. Well, I pass it. Oh, it's in Draco's Deep. Yeah, that's what it said.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Makes sense that it's here. I made sure to explore as little as possible in the desert, because, God, I did not enjoy it. It's just a me thing. I just don't enjoy desert locations. Oh, because it was the mazy looking area. That's what this place is. It's the damn maze. Get out of my way.
All right.
That was probably it. So I'm gonna loop right back around and go check that other path. Dead. There it is. Chronolith detected nearby. Wow, that's crazy. Where? Trial by wind. Where we will be facing challenges as Garuda. We are going to save. We did a lot tonight. So much so that it took us 4 hours to complete what we completed, and you know what? We're not even anywhere close to done with all the side content before the finale. Well, I wouldn't say nowhere close, but still a couple hours off. Because we still have 3 side quests to do, and that's not including if they're gonna add more afterwards as like sequel side quests. Like they have been today. We have the rest of the challenges to do, albeit we did not make progress on the challenges really. We just did a couple. We just did 2, which means that we only got 3 of the 8 icons down. So that's fun. Yeah. So, woohoo, I guess. We'll be doing a lot of those, starting with Garuda in the next stream. Of course, ending with Ifrit. So we're likely gonna... yeah, and then there's the bounties, which I believe there's only 2 left of. And since there's only 2 left, you know, that implies that we've made good enough progress on that. Not like we needed to progress, there were only like 4 bounties added. So, if there's 2 left, then we already got halfway there. And one of them got added because of a side quest, so yeah. Got a couple of trophies too. That's another thing. Man, we did a lot more than I thought we did. It really didn't feel like much, but at the same time it was a lot. So, yeah. Thank you for being here if you came here. I'm gonna perish. Sheesh. Oh, shoot. If you're watching from YouTube, thank you. Hi. Have a nice day. Be sure to catch whatever else comes, I guess. I'm so tired. I lost all my energy. I did so much reading this stream, and so much focus. Oh yeah, there's only 7, cause, well, no, we would have 8 because of Ifrit. I keep forgetting that he's the 8th one, quote unquote. Even though he's not. Okay. Well, say it all the time. Have a nice day. Goodbye.